All right. Well, our next speaker is Poli. She began her career in 2008 as a Brownfields Manganese, I hate that word, exploration geo for Vale in Brazil. After that, she had the opportunity to join Vale's Greenfields Manganese Exploration team. And staying with Vale, she then went on to be their senior geologist in the feasibility study of the Simandu Iron Ore Project in the French Guineas. Luckily, BHP brought Poli to Australia in 2012 to work as a project geologist at Yandi, where she also did geological modelling and mine geology. After Yandi, she worked as a mine geologist in Eastern Ridge, which was her last job in WA Iron Ore, before she migrated to Nickel West as a mine geologist and worked in modelling and resource. She's now the senior geologist and happily devoted to the F-series and reconciliations. And she just wanted to note that Steve Loach is her hero. So she's very happy to follow up his presentation. So on that note, just welcome Poli down. Thank you. Just so you know, if you need it, your little pointer is on your mouse. It's there.
All right.
And, ooh. If you're going to be on the move, Poli, you need the on the move mic.
Thank you. All right. Can we all take a deep breath together? Loosen up. Come on. Another one. Awesome. Thank you. So what is the mining business? One day, a rock licker licked the rock and said, there's something in here. And then came the entrepreneurs, the engineers, the business people, and decided, okay, we're going to make a business out of this. Bring the machines, bring the business plan, and you shall make some money out of it. Right? Simple. You put some machines to work, move, processing place. There's a product, there's your costs. Simple, right? I want to make profit, lower costs, get the ball rolling. What's the problem? What's the problem with that picture?
People.
Okay, Gary.
Data? I don't know.
I love, okay. Another one. Mirel.
Yes, Burrell. Probably I agree with people actually.
Wow. Okay. Okay, I would say that the problem is that it's not that simple. I'm going to recover your guys' faith in people today. So in the realm of resourcing the future, which intelligentsia am I? There's a lot of incredible ideas under this hair, I'll tell you that much for free. Yeah? So, okay, I'm a geologist. So I'm more on the resourcing side, not so much on the processing side. Nonetheless, I must know it all. Right? Another part of that simplicity that it's not there is that, and there's something that we don't talk much about it. Okay, I want to provide knowledge to the company. We're going to present the number. We're going to develop the systems. The CEO is going to be happy. Everybody's going to be happy. But ultimately, also, we need to be responsible with our resources. Right? Do I have, so in the F-series universe, in our reconciliations, in our business reconciliations, there's a very important question. Do I have the resources that I say I do? Am I utilizing those resources with responsibility? In our case, Nickel West, and there's gold here where you extract the metal out of the rock. We know very well you want to extract the most out of the same mass. Putting more mass into the system at poor recoveries, you're killing your resources. It's a waste of money. It's our social responsibility to use those resources well. They don't belong to us. We have the right to mine it, and we have to be responsible. So how can a geologist help? How can a data guy help? How can the engineer help? How can all this knowledge be used in the best way to give the business the best way of functioning, providing all the results it must provide? And I'm so happy that we're all against spreadsheets. Right? So Nickel West, we have 2 operating hubs. We have a smelter. We have a refinery. We produce the several products that we sell, not just the end product, which is the nickel briquette and the nickel sulfate. We sell some in-between products. So it's complex. It's a complex business. And where's Catherine? You familiar with this picture, Catherine? Which number is right? Right? How do we track all the change of custody? How do we track the change of value with every material that is moved, blended, recovered, transformed, if you like? And why are we paying highly skilled people to be working a spreadsheet? And the beauty of it is like, the way I see it, so when I go to site and I ask people, show me how do you do your metal accounting, right? I sit next to them and it's like they write a code on a daily basis, right? They're like, okay, here's my tracking. That's what happens. I use the tracking. I compare with my stockpile balances. Here's my crusher. And they repeat that code sheet after sheet every day for hours. They use hours of the day. When I thought, write that code once and make it run. Set yourself free. Go add value, right? That's what the data systems are for. And we have people rewriting them on a daily basis. So I'm going through this beautiful journey of learning the business, right? Listening, sharing, right? How can my knowledge complete other people's knowledge? How can we develop a business intelligence together? What is the vocabulary that we could all share, right? So those that remember your calculus classes, I loved my calculus classes, but it's very simple, right? Let's imagine here X1 is your resource. And you collected your data. You did your drilling, bigger space. And you have your sampling, your assays. Then your next step, X2, your grade control model, whatever you want to call it. You spend more money on it. You collected more data. X2 is a function of X1. And you move that dirt, right, to a stockpile. X3 is now a function of X2. and X2 is still a function of X1. And you keep going in your supply chain. So every single step is a new algorithm, if you like. And if you want to decrease the risks, or if you wanted to understand, first of all, let's use our intelligence to work on these algorithms, to teach people the risks. It's not controlled. It's not perfect. You know, can you eliminate every single bias? Can you really have very low precision everywhere? It's our intelligence together that has to make sense of it. And then you go to processing. And it's difficult, right? Because, again, your measurement not equivalent. Now, if you want to sample this, it's in a liquid form. How do you compare a liquid sample that has been concentrated against your solid rock that had one point in space in a 20 by 20 meters area? We have to make sense of it. And we don't spend enough time doing it. Because if you really, really want to understand your whole supply chain and learn all of this, it's a very expensive exercise. We know that. Why doesn't the business do it? It's not they don't want to. It's expensive. So it's, again, our intelligence to tell them, this is your error, this is your risk. Accept it. Have a plan for the future. You know exactly where your gaps are, where you need improvement. So, Nickel West uses all these data systems which belong to the host of this event. So we have mine mapping and structural modeling systems, geological modeling and resource estimation, geostatistics, mining value chain, metallurgical systems, labs, reconciliation. Right, so we have a lot of data systems, and it's part of my work today developing the Nickel West F series to help us unlock the value of these systems, working in partnership with all the very intelligent people in this room, because that's also, I humbly believe, it's a journey of Datamine itself. Right? You have a lot of sum of the parts at the moment. And for me, I think people are the solution. But we've been utilizing them wrong. And they become a problem. Because when people, we spend most of our time at work, and when most of us are doing very repetitive, out of context work, that's when mental health comes in place. Work struggles, lack of understanding, you name it. And all the politics, because in a universe where the knowledge is not overall transparent and spread, you end up with very few people with a lot of power just because they know this much more than the others. And that's also a problem. So I strongly believe that people are the solution. We're not using our human capital as we supposed to. So again, that's the title of my presentation. Let the data system work for you. Don't work for the data system. Do what we can do best to make sense out of this complexity, or to try. It's improve them. Don't forget we have an organic intelligence. I'm going to raise another flag. Oh, why? There's this enormous potential of organic intelligence that is highly underutilized. Don't waste it. Humans are I still believe our greatest value always was, always will be. Thank you.